Welcome everyone, my name is Neeraj and in this video I'm going to discuss about how to launch Oracle database in AWS RDS environment as well as what are the pros and cons which you will face here. So you will get all information related to Oracle database running in AWS RDS environment. So here we go. We are going to discuss Oracle RDS instance in AWS and the lab on it. So Oracle RDS instance, we have RDS and Oracle. So what is RDS? RDS is a managed services we have discussed in our previous video. And in the managed services, whatever the database engine the RDS support, you can choose it and launch it. In this video, particularly we are talking about Oracle, so we'll focus on Oracle. Before starting the slide, what I'm thinking is we should go and first launch the Oracle database in RDS and see what are the options are coming, and according to that we will discuss the slides theoretical point here. So we'll go to our launching pad. We have an RDS, we can also search here RDS manage relational database service. Click here. Once you click, it will open database. Once it will ask create a database, you have to choose standard creation or easy. I told easy will be some of the steps will be skipped. We have to go in a detailed way, so we'll choose Oracle. Once you choose Oracle, here is an option. You want to choose Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, Standard Edition 1 and 2, which license on activity you want. So let's choose the standard one, or if you want to use Enterprise, you can choose Enterprise also. But I want to show you something. If you choose Enterprise, which database version you want to launch? So it support from 11.204 till currently 19. So we can choose 12.2, this one, simple. Then the option will come bring your own license. See, it is not allowing me to choose. It is saying bring your own license, automatically it is chosen. Why? We'll discuss. But if I click here in the select one, standard edition, and then when I go and click anything, either an 11.204, so sorry, if you choose here also, but if you click here, see this, I want to show you something. So instead of, I'm not sure why it is showing like this, go here again, go in standard edition 1, or you can go in standard edition 2, okay, and choose. So interesting part is that according to what edition you are choosing, the version will come here as well as a license option, bring your own license or license included. Let's choose license included. You want to use the template for the production or test dev, choose the test one. This is the database identifier name. Type the name of your DB instance. Put my test DB. There is an user, master user, always as an admin. If you want to generate an auto-generated password, or you can put something like that. Keep in mind, @ doesn't work. Most of the people has a practice to put @. So @ doesn't work. DB instance size, you want to choose a standard class. So here it will give an option to choose which kind of compute capacity you are looking for. So this compute capacity also depend upon what kind of database version you have chosen, as well as which kind of software license you have chosen, as well as which edition you have chosen for the Oracle. So here you will get it 16 GB RAM, for virtual core CPU selected, additional configuration, processor feature, no, I don't want to overwrite. You can put it overwrite also. SSD storage, you can put it 50 if you want. Which storage type you want, SSD, and provision one, choose SSD. And then enable storage auto scaling means that I have chosen 1 terabyte or 100 GB, 50 GB is allocated and 100 GB it will expand up to 100 GB. Multi-AZ duration deployment, or you want to create the multi-AZ. If you want, you can choose create multi-AZ. Keep in mind, I have chosen standard edition, bring your own license. I have chosen include license, and I have also selecting multi-AZ deployment for this Oracle database. Now, when the connectivity, okay, it is in a default VPC. I'm not want to change. Additional configuration setting, no. Subnet group, yes. Subnet group publicly accessible, yes, I want. VPC, yeah, existing VPC, I think I have already created. Oracle RDS SG, choose it. Database port if you want to change, but mostly recommended to 1521. Password authentication, yes, I want to keep as a password authenticated. Additional configuration, see, this much will come. Why this double is coming? Because whatever the cost will come for the primary, the standby, this standby is don't configure by that we are going to create a data guard. This is just a standby like active passive. I think you can check my previous video. I have clearly defined what is the meaning of multi-AZ deployment, because the 2 instance will run. That's the reason this much cost is coming per month. This is the estimated cost. Now the important point is additional configuration. Database initial name, my test DB parameter, because these are the default parameter, leave it. Character set, if you want change, you can change it. Backup, no, don't enable the automatic backup. Enable encryption, I don't want to enable, you can enable it. Performance insight, no, I don't want to enable the performance. Enhance monitoring, yes, this is an important. Okay, there are two ways. Either you don't want enhanced monitoring, you leave it, and what are the log you want to export to the CloudWatch, you can click here. Alert log, audit log, listener log, and trace log, it will get. Enable auto minor version upgrade, yes. Don't confuse with this minor upgrade means 11.2.0 some version it is going to update automatically, 11.2.3.4 or something like that. No. If it will think that the upgrade is required, a bounce of database, it will not do that minor upgrade. It will intimate you. Maintenance window, you can select or no preference, it will select automatically. Deletion protection, I think you have seen previously also. We can leave it. Now we can create the database, but before going again, I want to repeat. We have chosen Oracle as a database because this video is for Oracle specific. Edition, I have chosen a standard one. Edition 2, license included. This license included means license is included. You don't have to pay. Means any problem coming with an Oracle, you don't have to separately create an SR with an Oracle. You have to raise a request with an AWS. AWS has, or team has to take care of that. That's the meaning of license included. But what is the difference between that, we'll come to know. Because it has chosen both, bring your own license, license included. So I have chosen license included to show you something. I have also chosen standard class, that is for M class, for the compute capacity, storage SSD. See, multi-AZ deployment I have chosen. This 3 point is important. I have not chosen the enable the performance insight. Monitoring, I have not chosen the enhanced monitoring. I have just chosen the log should get export in the CloudWatch. Okay, and then create the database. We are creating database in North Virginia region. So, and I have not enabled the automatic backup. What I'm thinking is, okay, this is done. Now I want to create another database. This is for Oracle. I'm choosing the Enterprise Edition. I'm choosing same 11.2.2. It will say bring your own license. Test and dev. Database name is my EDB because Enterprise DB. Admin, the password will be admin1, same as DB instance size is same as. Additional configuration, no. General purpose 20 GB, I will put 50 GB. Enhanced auto scaling, not, you can put 100 GB, same as. No, I don't want to create an you want to create, you can create it. Okay, let us create it. Now the connectivity will be in the same VPC. Additional configuration, that will be my EDB Enterprise DB. And the backup, enable the automatic backup. Yes, backup retention 7 days, no preference window. Copy tag to the snapshot. Yeah, you can do. Enable encryption, sorry, I don't want to encrypt. Performance inside, I don't want to remove it. Enhance monitoring, remove it. Please put this all the log to go to the CloudWatch. And deletion, see, this cost is very less. Why? Because this is not included the cost of software licensing, just we are showing for the demo purpose. Create here. So my EDB, my test DB, it will take some time to create. Okay, so nothing to worry about that. I have to show something, that's the reason I have created 2.1. Now we will go to our slide. So when you run an Oracle, it will support Oracle 19C, 18C, 12C, 12C version 2 and 1 and 11G. We have seen. You can create DB instance and a DB snapshot, pointing time restore, an automatic backup or a manual backup. That's the reason I created 2 DB instance. One is enable automatic backup and another one is which is without an Enterprise Edition, created without any automatic backup. Multi-easy deployment for Oracle as an high availability and failover solution. Like if you have a failover solution you want to put, you can create an active passive, and that is multi-easy deployment feature of RDS. The master user account, when we created there was a master user account. It has a DBA privilege with some limitation while creating a DB instance used for any administrative task. So if you have to log in through the SQL Plus for any administrative task, you have to use this master account. Even you can create another user. Yeah, sys user, system user, this administrative account doesn't work here. Please keep in the mind. Is granted with a DBA role. The master user inherit most of the privilege associated. Most of the privilege means it's not exact as a DBA. Because sys has a DBA role, so sys has some extra privilege, but we say it's a DBA role. Most of work it will do, some of it will not do. What we'll see. So the Oracle license model in AWS RDS. When you go and launch an Oracle database, it will come as a licensing model. It's very important because Oracle is not free. License included, and bring your own license. License included option, if you are choosing, if any issue with an Oracle, you have to raise a request with an AWS team or support will take care of the Oracle part also, because they have the license where your database is running. Bring your own license means you don't have to put CSI number and all. Who are the DBA who know that's what is CSI number. You don't have to put CSI number while launching your instances. But if any issue happen with an Oracle instance or database instance, you have to raise a request with a survey. You have to raise a request with an Oracle as an SR. There you might, because of that CSI number you can't raise. So that's a license number is required there, not while launching and doing things. And also, if you are running your, if you have a bring your own license, and if you are running your database on a primary, and if you want to create a secondary or a standby for the multi-easy deployment, you should have a license for both. AWS will not take care of the license part. This is your licensing is yours. You have to take care of that. So when you choose license included, the AWS provide only two edition of the Oracle for the licensing, standard edition 1 and a standard edition 2. Means that you can't use an enterprise edition. That is the reason when I choose enterprise edition, the license included model, nothing has come for me to choose. It automatically choose, they automatically choose bring your own license. Because when you choose enterprise edition, you can't choose license included. But bring your own license means you have 4. Either you have if you have any license for standard edition 1, 2, standard edition and the enterprise edition, whatever. So apart from this S1 and S2, if you choose S1 and S2, the license included model, the option will become either you want to choose license included or bring your own license. But if you choose the standard edition and enterprise edition, the option will not come. They automatically bring your own license. They will not allow anything to update there. So after you create an Oracle instance from Amazon RDS, you can change the license model. That is important. Like today I created my RDS instance like license included model. But if tomorrow if I want to use I have a license, I want to use bring your own license, I can use it. But edition you can't change it. In the license include model, you don't need to purchase Oracle license separately. If you are using bring your own license model, you must have a license for both primary instance and a standby instance in a multi-AZ deployment. Security in AWS RDS. So by access and by encryption. IAM policy for RDS. Yeah, like if you don't want some IAM user to allow to come to your RDS instance, sorry, they can't come, and database user access and role based. Like if they have to log into the RDS database, they need username and a password. So using that we can restrict it. By encryption, data in motion and data in rest. So if the data in motion, then we can have a SSL encryption connection from your client. For the RDS environment, you can put an SSL encryption or native network encryption. The both are provided, but you can't use both. You have to use only one at a time. We can show in a demo in operational. I will create a separate video for the operational activity where I will show you how to create an SSL encryption connection. When the data at rest, yes, you can use encryption through AWS KMS. Like while launching an RDS instance, what are asking you want to do the encryption of your database or not. You can also do the Oracle services called TD, transparent data encryption, that or the RDS instance support that, as well as you can use Oracle Wallet, that is also supported here. Oracle feature not supported by Oracle RDS instance. So Amazon RDS Oracle doesn't support the following Oracle database feature is ASM. The ASM is not supported here. Database Vault, Flashback Database, Multi-Tenant, Oracle Enterprise Edition Manager, Cloud Control. So the Enterprise Manager Cloud Control is not supported, just OEM. I think that OEM is supported, that 11G OEM. Real Application Cluster, RAC is not supported. Real Application Testing, Unified Auditing in a pure mode. If you want to run your database as a RAC in AWS, there is a third-party utility called FlashGrid. You can use that. I have created a separate document for that and I have shared in internet. You will get it, and that is costly, but if you want to do testing and if you are aware with an RDS AWS environment, you can write them a mail to the FlashGrid people. They will give you some time of like offer, like up to 1 month, 10 days and 5 days. You can use their operating system. You will get in a marketplace, AWS marketplace, FlashGrid, and using that you can create it. It is very easy. It takes 1 or 2 hours to deploy, but keep in the mind that is costly because that always use a higher in compute capacity EC2 resources. So you have to keep that in mind. The following privileges are not available for the DBA role in Amazon RDS DB instance using Oracle engine. That's the reason I told the admin master user has some of limitation for DB role also. You can't use alter database, alter system, create any directory, drop any directory, grant any privilege, grant any role. These are the not privilege, that is not doesn't work with an admin user. So next feature is monitoring in Oracle RDS instance. There was an option, am I right? You can ask your logs to go to CloudWatch, and there was some enhanced monitoring. Okay. So from the Oracle RDS console, you can monitor the following item as a resource. I will show you, like that is from the monitoring screen. The screen also you can look into that. Number of connection for the DB instance, amount of read-write operation for the DB instance, amount of storage or database instance, amount of memory and CPU utilization for the DB instance, amount of network and the traffic from the DB instance, and the CloudWatch homepage. You can go to the CloudWatch and also look for the current alarm and status. You can set for that. Graph of the alarm, service health. In addition, you can use CloudWatch to do the following. You can create your customized web monitor service that you care about, graphic matrix to troubleshoot, search the browse of all your database resource matrix. Yeah, I mean not all of. We are specific to the Oracle instance, so we'll discuss here. Create and edit alarm for the notification problem. Enhance monitoring. See, what is the meaning of enhanced monitoring is like your RDS is running somewhere in the backend in an EC2 server, and EC2 is running on a hypervisor. So the CloudWatch matrix will give an information related to the CPU utilization overall on a hypervisor basis. Specific to the EC2 service, what is happening where your database is running, the enhanced monitoring will go give the more insight of that. So how your Oracle is creating a load on the particular EC2 server, that information you can get using the enhanced monitoring. So Oracle RDS provide a matrix in the real time for the operating system that your database instance runs on. By default, enhanced monitoring matrix are stored in the CloudWatch log for 30 days. To modify the amount of time the matrix are stored for the CloudWatch log, change the retention period for the RDS MOS matrix log group for the CloudWatch console. This enhanced monitoring is not by default. You have to enable it because cost is associated with it. The difference between CloudWatch and enhanced monitoring matrix. There are three differences I have just noted down. CloudWatch gather the matrix about CPU utilization of the hypervisor of the DB instance, but enhanced monitoring gather the agent on the instance. As a result, you might find difference between the measurement for CloudWatch and enhanced monitoring. The difference can be gated if your database uses a small instance class, because there will be likely more virtual machines that managed by the hypervisor layer on a single physical instance. Enhanced monitoring metrics are useful when you want to see how different process or threads on a DB instance use the CPU. Now you can access database, Oracle alert log, audit file, trace file by using Amazon RDS console or API. So you can find there where is my alert log, audit file, trace file, listener log, and the retention period is 7 days. AWS might delete data older than, so in the log file, if you want to look something, it will be present for the last 7 days. Like even in our environment, am I right? Whenever you in the legacy system, when you create an Oracle database and the alert log is present there, for the alert log we write a small Unix script and implement it. So after the certain size or certain date, am I right, it will create the backup or truncate the alert log and keep there. Similarly, same concept is here. Like it will keep the data of the 7 days and it will truncate the last 7 days data. Now important point, Oracle RDS read replica, because you know Oracle RDS feature, the AWS RDS feature is multi-tenant and read replica. What is multi-tenant? Create a passive copy of your active instance, and that happen a synchronous replication, not asynchronous. It's a synchronous replication. But in case of our read replica, it can be asynchronous replication. And second important is your standby or passive instance will be created very near availability zone because it's a synchronous replication has to happen. But in RDS read replica, you can create in other environment. Also, you can say like other AWS region. So, and read replica replication is asynchronous. So Oracle read replica use Oracle data guard to replicate database changes from source DB instance to its read replica. So whenever you choose an Oracle database to run as an RDS instance and you want to create a read replica, that AWS use Oracle data guard feature to create the read replica. Means that your primary database software must have active data guard license. Please keep in the mind. You must enable automatic backup on a source database if you want to create a read replica. To do so, you set the backup retention period for a value greater than 0. Recommended that you enable the force login, very similar like we do for active data guard. Force login mode on the DB instance. Create an Oracle read replica doesn't require an outage on a master DB instance. No outage occurred when you delete the read replica. You can create up to 5 read replica from one DB source that we know. Before you create a read replica, parameter group must be the same on source and read replica. Like when we are choosing the Oracle database instance, there was an option like parameter group. So parameter group is, by default they use. If you want to use or update certain parameters, you can use that. Otherwise, the parameter group should be same. Even you want to change that, even you want to change the different parameter group, this max string setting must be same. That is important. You cannot charge for data transfer in a replicating data between your source DB instance and a read replica in the same AWS region. Like suppose you have a database running in availability zone 1, and if you want to create a read replica in availability zone 2, the data transfer between two will not be charged. But if your read replica is out of region, data transfer is chargeable. The Oracle DB engine version of the source DB instance and all its read replica must be the same. Am I right? If you want to use the data guard, source and target must be the same. Upgrade the read replica immediately, like if you are doing an upgrade on a source, very similar to the data guard kind of concept, your read replica must be need to upgrade regardless of the maintenance window. BYOL, bring your own model is needed if you want to go for read replica configuration, because it follows data guard concept of Oracle Enterprise Edition. Means that you have to think what you are going to do with your primary system in future. Like suppose your client or customer is saying launch a DB instance in RDS, and after some time say no, actually in another region we need a read replica. Then sorry, you have already chosen the standard edition. Am I right? I need to upgrade. And then the upgradation comes into picture where we need to have a downtime for the primary. So think future planning, and according to that you choose your version, as well as which one, enterprise edition or standard edition. If the customer in a clear-cut mind, no, we are not going to use any kind of read replica in future, we don't, not at all, then go for standard edition, because read replica cannot be created if you choose standard edition, because a standard edition doesn't have that feature. And you will not, in not standard edition, not only this, if any database feature which is present as an enterprise edition feature, you will not get in a standard edition. That is also important point. So this is again highlighting one more time, like you have to bring your own model because it's Oracle Enterprise Edition. Read replica limitation with an Oracle. So Oracle read replica are only available for DB instance running on a DB instance classes with a 2 or more. Always it should be more than 4 core CPU then only the read replica will get created on a target. Primary DB should be 4 or more. An Oracle read replica that is in the same AWS region as its source DB instance must belong to same optional group. There is a DB group and option group. I think you might have seen. We'll go again there. So it should be same. If a DB instance on a source or one more cross-region replication, if a DB instance is a source for one or more cross-region read replica, it retains the redo log until they apply to all the cross-region read replica. It happens like if we have an archive log and we have a many, you can say like data guard site 3 or more, archive log will not get deleted unless it will not get applied on a target site. So same concept is here. If the replication lag is too long, it's very easy for Oracle DBA who know it. See, if the replication lag is too long, you can query the following view for the information. So what we do for the read data guard, if there is a lag, same query you can use here. $archive log, $data guard stats, $data guard status. I mean, just an example. If someone is DBA who can go for more views. So lab, let's go what happened till now. Let it refresh. Okay, my test DB is available for the use. Multi-AZ deploy has created. Now if you are using a graphical interface, interesting part is that you will not come to know. Let me open it another tab for this or my test DB. Sorry. So my test DB is available for use. Okay, M5 large, reason is US is 1C, like primary is created in 1C. Come here, publicly accessible, yes. Okay. And if you go to my test DB instance, see, Oracle Standard Edition 2. Interesting part is that the DB is available for the use. When I click here, action, stop, reboot, delete, upgrade, defer, take snapshot. There is no option to create read replica. I repeat, there is no option coming here to create a read replica. Why? Because the engine was chosen as standard edition. So connectivity is okay. Monitoring, I told you that we can CPU utilization, DB connection, free storage, read ops, read write. We can change, we can check from here. There's nothing more. Log an event. If you want database is created, if you want to go the audit log and all. If you want to create alarm, you can create it. So the performance inside is disabled, finishing applying. I mean, whatever the event has come, it will come here. Okay, if you want to go and check that logs, you can watch here what has happened. You can put refresh log, you can put database sorry, my test DB again, and we'll see that log an event, then configuration. You will get all the information related to this. Am I right? Automatic backup is disabled, engine version is outdated. I mean, all things you will get here. You will get maintenance and backup. No, the maintenance disable is automatic backup is disabled. Tags, nothing is there. Monitoring, CloudWatch, and in that CloudWatch monitoring, you will see something here. Or add to compare the instance last hour, last week. It's like more or less like OEM kind of things, not exactly. but OEM kind of things you will get here. Now we have the another is this one is I'm refreshing again, is a backing up. I will till the time I will go to this meanwhile I will go to the snapshot. I want to show you something. See, RDS MyEDB creating. See, I told you whenever you want to launch a database, if automatic backup is not enabled, database will be created, it will be open and launch. Whenever you create a Oracle database instance, and if you choose enable automatic backup, whenever database will be open, before opening the database, a particular DB backup will be taken. So backup is happening here, snapshot. And Oracle also provide pointing time recovery here in the RDS environment. How? But the pointing time recovery is only possible if automatic backup is enabled. Means that the automatic backup will be happen on a window time till the next automatic backup. All the logs, transaction logs will be present in a S3, and that is not human accessible. Be clear. It will internally push the log on the S3 bucket, and whenever till the time needed, they will recover from there. That's a way. That's a using a mechanism that Oracle do the restoration in RDS environment for the pointing time recovery, because the database MyEDB, like enterprise DB, I have chosen the enable automatic backup. That's the reason backup is happening now. And available means that database will be also available now. Yeah, see, database will be available. Now come to this database, my enterprise edition. My enterprise edition database, see this connectivity. First we'll go to the summary, Oracle Enterprise Edition. It is also created in 1C. If I go to the action, see this, create read replica. Because I chosen the Oracle Enterprise Edition, that's the reason when I go to the action, it is saying coming as a create read replica. When you go to the monitoring, you will see here logs and events is more or less same as in the previous my test DB. Now the question here is, now you got two things. How if I'm what is the impact if I'm using enterprise edition? What is the impact if I'm using a standard edition? Like you can create a standby or passive multi-AZ deployment. You can say you can do a multi-AZ deployment by any of your software edition. Either you are choosing enterprise edition or standard edition, because that does not depend upon your licensing model, because AWS is not using the Oracle feature exactly to create a multi-AZ deployment. They are using their own feature. But when it comes to the creating a read replica, AWS use Oracle BetaGuard configuration settings to create a read replica, and in that situation it depends upon the licensing. So when you create a read replica licensing model, it depends upon the licensing model as well as edition. But when you create a multi-AZ deployment, it doesn't depend upon Oracle edition as well as licensing model. Two things are clear that I have shown you through this link. Now how to connect to the database. So before connecting also, I want to show something like multi-AZ deployment is enabled. So it's active passive, only one connectivity. You have only one connectivity. Using the same endpoint, you have to connect to the primary. If something happened to the primary, same connection will be, it may be a lag, but it will switch over to the secondary. So let's go here for SQL developer. How you will connect to any database. Now we are connected to Oracle SQL Developer. Now we'll use name. So Oracle RDS E means Enterprise Edition. Username is admin. That. And the local host, instead of local host, I'm changing here, and let's do for the testing first this one. So now we can connect it. Now here we go. We can use select star from v dollar database, and we will get information like DB ID like 15 December 19 and all information. No archive logs, it is in no archive log. Okay, how to connect. So this is the way we can log into the database. Now I am not going into detail because I will go and create a separate video for operational activity in Oracle RDS. So takeaway from this session is Oracle Read Replica are only available on Oracle Enterprise Edition engine and Active Data Guard license. Multi-user deployment can be done with both license included and BYOL model. In multi-AZ deployment, option automatic backup or manual snapshot run from standby DB instance. That is a very good point. You cannot use Enterprise Edition feature for Oracle database when using a license included option for Oracle RDS. Like you choose an Oracle license included model, running on a standalone and looking for any Oracle features which supported in Enterprise Edition. That is not possible. In multi-AZ deployment, synchronous replication happens from primary to the standby instance. Asynchronous replication happens in case of a read replica deployment. Read replica can be configured if the automatic backup is enabled on a primary database instance. Yes, that is also a factor. But don't say, the option will come when you create it, it will say that backup is not enabled. But in a standard edition, if you have chosen and as a primary, creating a read replica option will not come at all. No. Next topic we are going to discuss is operational activity on Oracle RDS instance and the lab on it. Thank you. Thanks again, and let's keep learning.